It's a beautiful day today, and I thought I would do this outside. Let's step outside the classroom. Here are 3 things that I wish that I had known about writing a lengthy story before I started. Whether you create the characters first or the plot first, that's your business. There's no wrong way to do it. But you never make it easy on your main characters. Conflict is what drives the story. Imagine putting your favorite characters in the top of a tree and you just stand there and throw rocks at them until the end of the story. Hit the characters in the heart. Hit them where it hurts, even if that's hurting their loved ones. Because rising from the conflict and being better by the end of the story, that's what drives a good story. Number 2, don't put anything that's unnecessary in the story. If there's a character we're only going to see him or her once, don't give them a name because your reader or your audience is going to naturally believe that they need to remember that person's name. I read one author who said, gorillas in the phone booth. In your story, if you just have gorillas in the phone booth and we never see them again, it was completely pointless and a waste of your audience's time. And number 3, be okay rewriting the beginning of your story and even the middle of the story if at the end of the story it dictates the rewrite. Sometimes we have a great idea for a story and then the ending is just fantastic. And we're like, oh no, I'm gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to rewrite the entire book or that entire screenplay. If that's the case, that's what you do. After I wrote my first draft of Alabama Irish, I sent it to my development editor and I told her, I love the story, but something's just not working. And she said, you need to go read Perks of Being a Wallflower, because Perks of Being a Wallflower is written in journal entries and your novel will work, but it's going to have to be in journal entries. And she said, don't be ashamed of that. Dangerous Liaisons, which is a 18th century novel in France, which inspired the movie Cruel Intentions with Ryan Phillippe and Reese Witherspoon. That novel was also written in journal entries. And she was right. Alabama Irish was supposed to be just a narrative novel, and then after her feedback, I put it in journal form and it worked. I had to restructure that entire book. The beginning, the middle, the end, it was all great. The plot was great, but something wasn't working. Sometimes you'll have to do that. Parts of the story may be so good that it dictates that you have to go rewrite other portions.